lakad matatag!
Normally.
Right over to TSM.
And the Pangolier pickup for the last pick here. So, alright. It's a constant brawl in top lane.
Yeah, it's a lot of fighting. A lot of fighting. Right now we see Meander just enjoying bottom lane a bit. But they did turn around.
They finally get the kill. Tomato had been sitting low for a bit. And,
Yeah, he raced into the Spike Carapace with his third race. That did a lot of damage to him. So he was just a little bit too low there.
Bottom lane, Saberlight setting up here for the arrow, but they're a little bit off the mark. Panther turning to the other side. Going for a little bit of a dive here into the tree line, but Panda is able to escape. And take some of the attention of the creeps and pull them away. Top lane, cookie hop forward from Sacred. Man, they are just making this look great. Need a little bit more damage. Have to be careful with these raises. And they get the kill on Sacred, but Matthew will finish off Tomato.
Yeah, even though they're gonna lose 2 heroes, that's fine for them because SF doesn't have TP.
Like the Slardar and the Mirana, you can set up for some really nice moves. But I like the way that Picasso is playing this. He's like trying to stick around over here on the side so Moon Meander can't get that nice arrow. Teleports are coming down though. Bryle starts with the Rolling Thunder, making his way over to Picasso. Glimpse back on Saberlight, but they still have these rolls going through. The arrow connects from Moon Meander. Bryle will be able to get the kill.
Yeah, good rotation, good use of first roll there. Dubu. Just running in with his pattern.
Got the cookie hop forward into the cogs. And using Spike Carapace will be able to slow him with that battery.
Impale soon.
Off. There it is, the impale, the scatter. 1, 2, down goes Dubu.
Yeah, it's rough. Dubu wants to try and do some damage.
Try to grab a little bit of harass, but they have the avalanche. You're gonna see some teleports coming in. Bryle jumping in as well. But this looks like a very dead Dubu, and this could be potentially a dead Pangolier too. As Matthew keeping tabs. Panda Moo needs the vision.
Only level 1 glimpse. It's not long enough range.
A little bit closer. No, he's not gonna be able to make it.
Middle tower is under attack.
Nice try there, coming in with Disruptor as well.
Ooh, a good avalanche from Dark Mago, but they'll still be able to deny the Arcane Rune. Now they'll use the Rolling Thunders. Top lane, Tomato dies again. Dark Mago, nice save here from Matthew, but the Swashbuckle from Bryle will clean up.
You were never going to be fast enough for me.
Man, this game is turning out a real brawl farm without being like hunted the way that Thunder Awaken really targeted him.
Alright, watch the supports on the side of TSM. They're in position to break the smokes. Matthew leading the charge. He's gonna find Dubu. Middle of that avalanche, the hook out. Those cogs mean nothing to him. Moonlight Shadow's gonna get used, and they do have the amp damage over on Dark Mago, the Starstorm. But the Snapfire just raining Hellfire down over onto Saberlight. This is looking like they're gonna end up losing him as well.
Fantastic fighting. I mean, Thunder Awaken just stronger right now. They TP out after the fight on TSM, splitting up on the map. Anyone on Thunder Awaken for quite a while. He's just disappeared into a jungle, and he's starting to hit his farm. He's got that level 4 Necromastery, so up to 80 bonus damage.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Looks like they also want to put some pressure on the mid tower. Panda's gonna be over there first. Followed up with Matthew. Tower looks like it's gonna go down. Hook shot comes in with the arrow, but the Static Storm landing over onto 2. Brawl doesn't care too much, but in comes Dark Mago. He is gonna get bounced off thanks to that Rolling Thunder. A follow up now with Moonlight Shadow. Panda, he needs some help. Bryle jumping in. A nice hook on the back lines over onto Dubu. Panda will end up falling. Snapfire Kisses get used. They need to just be able to get this vision and close the gap. And Mago walking right into Saberlight. The arrow coming in. This time it lands from Moon Meander. And they will finally...
Okay, you chase 5 heroes down to try and get Saberlight. The fact that he baited them to come down there, they just used the most of it.
Matthew playing around here. Does manage to sidestep on the hook shot. Good hit here from Saber. The Rolling Thunder is just locking them into place. They can't really do much of anything. They'll end up getting the kill on Matthew. They'll try to finish off 2, but they'll be able to find it. Now we've got the Snapfire Kisses hook. Not going to connect over onto Moon Meander. But they will push back. Thinking about possibly going back in from TSM. They do have the Aegis.
I think that fight could have gone much better even for TSM, but he stunned the wrong way and it didn't connect.
Now Pakaz on the bottom lane. He's gonna get scouted. There's the Diffusal coming in with the Rolling Thunder. You can see all the TPs are coming out immediately, though. A couple of these bashes from Saberlight will be able to hold Dubu with the static storm. They grab Bryo back, and that's going to be the Aegis. Moon Meander also now stuck over here at the side. Snapfire Kisses coming in hot, but they have the BKB on Tomato. So Mago, he ends up getting bashed. He's not going to be able to get out, as Matthew forcing himself up to the high ground. Pakaz does manage to finish off Saberlight. There's going to be the follow-up. Sacred goes for the cookie hop. Tomato, he's messed up. He's going to end up dying. And now Matthew trailing after Bryle. He's got the Impale. They have the vision. This is looking very scary now for Bryle. He's going to get slowed. He's going to try to fight his way out, but he's not going to be able to. It's a triple kill now for Pakaz's Pudge.
Oh, that is absolute disaster. Every single hero going down. I think 4 of them, or maybe even all 5, died close to the Pudge as well. So he got a ton of Flesh Heap stacks, can get even tankier. And you could already see how Arcane Rune Tiny are super ready to fight. He has the BKB as well.
Positioning from Pakaz. There it is. The toss back. BKB immediately gets used from Saberlight. Pakaz, though, with that dismemberment, grabbing hold of Saberlight. So he's going to be able to survive. This hook doesn't quite connect. We start to see Bryle with the Rolling Thunder, because over on the back lines, Panda was just throwing down that static storm. Wasn't going to be able to quite get enough, but there it is. There's finally the final hit over onto Saberlight, thanks to those Snapfire Kisses.
Overall, very good by TSM. They only lose 1 hero. They did use their BKBs though, and BKB still ready on Tiny. He wants to go for more.
Go in if he decides that he wants to go for this initiation.
Dire's middle tower.
He has cooldown right now, so it's going to be hard for him to chase for more. Nyx is going in, but he has been spotted. There's a sentry and a ward. Saberlight sees him.
Oh, yes, he does. Hook shot gets used on Matthew. Does have the Force Staff, though. A nice avalanche coming out from Mago. Will slow down Dubu. Arrow landing over onto Sacred. Matthew trying to get out. Another Force Staff who's still managing to keep him alive. The badge comes in, though, and now he looks like he's going to survive. This little Nyx assassin diving through the trees ends up getting the kill here with Saberlight. Matthew does eventually fall, but there's the toss back of Moon Meander. He cannot escape because he's got the BKB running. That will end up losing Sacred. It's a bit of a dive as Brawl does clean up on Panda.
Certainly a bit of a dive. Thunder Awaken.
Their Pudge, they're making sure that, you know, he can get this farm, but they're also protecting him. As they do start to make their way across the river, Matthew needs to be so careful. They have a sentry where they expect this. By Carapace, but the immediate fall from Dark Mago. Very nicely done. The dismemberment onto Saberlight. They're going to be able to rip him apart. And they'll get the kill on Dubu. Oh, the hook coming into play on Moon Meander. He cannot tell tops from bottom, and there's too much magical damage. It's devastating. A triple kill now for Pakaz is over on the side. Dark Mago, he pops his own BKB. Has to be careful. The gobble up the lodge of Pakaz, looking to see what he can do. He's got to try to get away, as that's a beautiful Requiem coming out, and Disc is popped on Matthew. Looking to go again. They drag back on Bryle. Oh, Bryle, what a static storm. What a glimpse back. The mansion toss back over onto Tomato, too. Oh, my goodness. Dubu is not looking like he's going to survive this. It's a team wipe for the side of...
Point in time during the fight as an initiation.
Dire's bottom tower
Makes his way. Who has Matthew? Sees Saberlight. And this popping immediately. The Dismember followed with the Impale. Good hook shot coming in from Dubu, but it's not enough to keep him alive. Now it looks very scary for Dubu because he gets dragged right back here by Pakaz. He's just rotting in circles. And while this is going on, you can see Tiny. He is stunned. He's got the BKB. He's going to try to get out, but they have all the stuns. The gobble up, though, coming out. Can they keep him alive? Yes, they can. Oh, my goodness. Sacred says, get down, Mr. President. Takes the bullet for him.
Pudge is coming.
Pudge is coming right back in again. Gets a hold of Tomato. The arrow does end up going through, but the stun was from Tiny. They're just playing so well. Oh, my God.
What a sacrifice there. Sacred just flying in there, blinks in to try and save his...
He's not worth it. He's not worth trying to expend all of those spells.
Yeah, he's monstrous. I'm not even sure if they could kill him if they had 5 heroes. Like, how long would it take to kill him twice?
Oh, they dropped the sentry, but they're just too late because this damage does so much. Tomato now has to get away from these Mortimer Kisses. The hook over on the back line, though. Pakaz grabs up Bryle. Gonna be able to hold him into place, stun him. It doesn't matter that he's all rolled up because they still go with the refresher. Get the kill. There'll be no Pangolier for this high ground push.
Poor Bryle gets refresher dismember there with the dismember damage talent as well. They send in the Nyx. Matthew, in you go.
Saberlight Gets glimpsed down.
How did they stop this this Thunder, like the Thunder 5 here, when they go together?
Toss back over onto Saber, like the dismemberment. They try to force him out, but there's a scatter blast. And Dubu, he tried to save him. He just wasn't able to do it as he's just taking so much devastating damage.
Yeah, 1600
Caught back
damage
on Saber
crit.
Light. Matthew poked. What is happening to Mono over here in the back line? They burn off his mana. He's not going to be able to get the Requiem off. He's just dead. Dios
He's
mío.
down to 2 supports. I mean, granted, Tiny comes in to kill steal,
Oh my
but
god. Because he says, hey, Saberlight, where you going? Let's go fishing, buddy. GG gets called. Thunder Awaken looking so damn powerful in this game number 1.
they're playing with such confidence and such aggression. I like the celebratory Snapfire ulti there at the end, some fireworks, and tuck the SF in to farm behind all of this. But yeah, this is gonna be a Kunkka.
Do I know my South American boys or do I not? Let's go. All right, Dark.
Off guard, but he's not very good at trading between 2 supports. He goes in and he tanks the Novas though. The Novas are landing on the Shaker, not on the Venomancer, so Venom is able to stay in lane, even getting some magic stick charges from this trade. So
Like no
it's not too bad.
CS though. He's got 1 last hit and 1 deny. There it is. There's the Sinister Gaze that we talked about, plus the Harass the Boundless. Let's go and pop.
2 and 8 for SF and 17 and 3 for Kunkka. So slight win for now over on the side of Brow, and that's usually how it goes. Shadow Fiend against melee heroes, very difficult for Kunkka to win that lane. But he's doing all right though.
I think we'll probably see Mago be fairly aggressive in rotation. Panda is kind of in an awkward position, but there's the jump down from Pakaz. Be able to separate. Nice fissure from Moon Meander. Panda drawing in again with the gaze. Get a couple more hits. Probably going to end up losing Panda here. Is Pakaz going to be able to get himself a kill, though? Is the question with the Boundless over on Saberlight. Needs to get a little bit closer. One more hit should be able to do the trick, and he will be able to get it, but most likely going to fall down. Nice dodge, though. Uses the Fairy Fire. Pakaz. Oh, no. Moon Meander with that enchant totem will punish him for being very aggressive.
As big for TSM. That bottom lane wasn't going too well. Oh, top lane, toss back.
Top lane Sacred taking a lot of damage, and that's going to be +2.
As bad as they are.
Again, these are extreme comfort picks. Yeah, look, this Pakaz finding the opening over on Saberlight. It's going to bounce back up into the tree, though, because there's a lot of rotation now with Dubu making his way bottom. Panda needs to be careful, too, sitting a little bit low. As he does have a couple of these stick charges, gets himself the wind lace, but they've decided we've had enough. We have to deal with Pakaz. We cannot keep allowing him to do this. Puts down the Boundless though, trying to get some distance in the tower though, doing damage. Dark Mago makes his own rotation to dodge away using that mischief. Boat comes in over on the back lines, and Moonmeander still will be able to get the kill, but they'll end up losing Saberlight. And now Dubu will be the next one to fall. Moonmeander, he wanted this kill, but now he's just gonna give Dark Mago a triple kill.
Moon Meander. Yeah, like words this game because the fights are not working out.
Mago with the Invis rune has half duration. He's being very careful in the way that he's playing over onto the right-hand side of the map, trying not to stand underneath the sentry that he knows is probably over here.
Oh, he might get the X-Mark if he sticks around.
Yeah, he's found himself a Saberlight. He's got the boat. Moon Meander is getting into position. See if they can use the fissure to buy a bit more time. There's Tomato jumping in, but the Solar Guardian coming in hot from Sacred. We'll be able to turn this right back around again. The Boundless, couple more hits. Tomato, he's going to die. That Chain Frost getting some nice bounces, and now Bryle. Bryle, he should not be here because there's the follow-up from Matthew. Gets the Impale. They need to slow him down just a little bit. Don't quite have that Starbreaker just yet, but they're going to have the hammer in just a moment. Sacred going forward. Starbreaker, they just blow up Bryle. And they'll still end up losing Sacred, but they are perfectly happy with this, I have a feeling.
Area of the map for Thunder, just because it's the more natural tower to try and pressure. It's easier to take that tier 1. So we see them sliding over towards it now. Matthew making his way.
Middle lane, boat coming in hot over onto Bryle. They'll use the global silence. Tomato, though, trying to follow up, and this is that Solar Guardian. Again, comes in hot with the Starbreaker, gets the heals off. We'll get the dispose from Tomato, so that's looking very nice for them. But now Moon Meander going in with the Echo Slam. We'll be able to finally take down Matthew. So a good response from the side of TSM as they're going to immediately smoke and make their way top. Dewarding.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Pakaz cleaned up the creep wave top. They're now chasing for him. Marcy has no way to get close.
They manage to get the stun, they break the tree. There's the side kick and those hits, but again, okay, Global Silence coming into play. So they're gonna be able to cancel out the Dawnbreaker ulti, and Kaz is trying to man up, trying to fight. Boat comes in. Not gonna be enough to save him, but does put out a decent amount of damage as Dark Mago pops his BKB. Turns his attention now over to Moon Meander. But the Fissure coming in very well. Gonna be able to just block them off as the rest of TSM hiding in the tree line. Mago, he wants this. Panda's got the Sinister Gaze. They need to get a little bit more damage to go and put down that Frost Blast. Need maybe one more hit and they'll be able to find out Tomato in a very bad situation because he's revealed himself sitting at 30-something hit points. The hit comes through from Moon Meander. He'll be able to get the kill on him.
Oh my.
And Dark Mago is just running around in circles. They even tip Tomato. They
Stuns. Like, it's just SF ulti for fear. I guess Marcy jumping in, but that's a core Marcy. So it's not that clear cut. Meanwhile, on the side of Thunder Awaken, pretty much anybody could set up a fight.
It looks like a fight is being set up. They see Mago in the mid lane. Sounds like a TV cartoon show. But TSM, they're gonna make their way over to the buy angle. They'll see Matthew. It's not necessarily who they want, but the Fissure landing over onto 3 is beautiful with the Echo Slam. They were not prepared for this over on the side of Thunder. As they take out Sacred, they'll take down Panda. They'll find the kill on Matthew. They're trying to finish off Saberlight. There's the Global Silence though, because having to run away, they just do too much of the punches from Tomato. So they'll turn their attention over to Mago. Panda buys back, wants to go for the Chain Frost, drags Tomato back, but they've already lost the Kunkka.
What a fantastic team wipe for TSM. And they get, like I just highlighted how difficult it is for them to get initiation, and they managed to find this.
They can see him. They will reveal that. Spike Carapace coming out immediately. He's gonna force staff away. Tomato, he's in though. Gets the dispose off, but they'll get the eyes off over onto Tomato, and he just can't BKB. He's just immediately taken down. No Tomato for this fight for 40-something seconds. Now Saberlight gets off the Poison Nova. They'll go get a big Arcane, but they'll finish off using that Chain Frost. And now Bryle does have the Aegis. Dark Mago facing off with, but over on the back lines, they're just fighting with Moon Meander. They'll clean them up. Global Silence is going to get used. They are going to force them away. Buyback now from Matthew. They want to get back into this fight because thinking about going for it. There's, oh no! It was just off the mark and now Sacred, did he just feed? He is super dead, giving off that extra int to Dubu. Not quite knowing their limits on that.
I mean, that's Thunder's aggression, kicking them in their ass a little bit there as well.
Take a couple whacks and finish off the tower. Top lane. Mago hiding in the tree line. They see Moon Meander. Ooh, they have vision over on Mago. Panda trying to protect him as much as he can, but there's not a whole heck of a lot that he can do. Could potentially throw out a Chain Frost if he feels like they're tight enough here in this corner. But the hit's coming out from Tomato. There it is. There's the Chain Frost. They group together. The draw over onto Tomato, but the follow-up with the Global Silence is now Bryle is just bouncing back and forth. Sacred sitting so very low is going to fall. But the Wukong's off, but this damage coming out, even though Pakaz has that BKB, they've got to try to lifesteal a little bit more. And over here on the side, Bryle is going to pop. End up losing Panda on the back line. Matthew looking not like he's going to survive this either. Moon Meander taking hits from the tower, walking through the Wukongs. It's just taking too much damage. They want this final hit on Tomato, and they're not going to be able to get it. Tomato's barely going to survive this engagement. As a team wipe for the side of Thunder.
I actually can't believe they turned that around again. That was a very back and forth fight. We got a full aidless crit from SF there during all that too, so it did his best to stay alive.
Oh. Alright though, Sacred. They're gonna follow up with a boat. But still very, very dead. Now Mago is gonna get disposed. Posts his own BKB. Matthew on the back line was looking for the Impale. Not gonna be able to go and line it up as the X marks the spot over on the side. Tomato drawn back. Feels like Thunder. He's got the Fissure. They've got the Silence. And that's just dead. But Pakaz drops the Wukongs. Does manage to bottleneck them a little bit over here. Not going to be able to quite finish off Tomato again as Bryle does end up getting halberded. Got the Frost Shield over on Pakaz. Trying to keep him alive. He has the BKB. But he's Fissure blocked over here on the side. Throwing out the Chain Frost, seeing if they can just make them split. Over on the side, the Mischief again. The Echo Slam over onto the back line. They'll kill Pakaz. They'll find Panda. And they'll be able to collect themselves a Mago.
That DD rune on SF. He's just too big and just manning up and fighting there. Even holding his BKB for a very long time. You looking for an ulti?
Well, they'll drop the ulti. Oh, a nice hit as Sacred goes into the back lines, but he doesn't manage to land the Starbreaker. Boat coming through. It's going to whiff, so that's a lot of those big spells over on the side of Thunder. But they do not have. Panda still holding very patiently with that Chain Frost. So if they group up, like maybe like this Moon Meander, they're jumping it over onto Matthew. We'll get these Chain Frost bounces. It's gonna get a couple here. Can they do enough damage over to Tomato, though, is a question. Global Silence gets used, and Sacred just cut off from the rest of his team because trying to hit as much as he can, trying to stay alive, but again, Sacred just not able to get there quite fast enough. It's another kill here for Tomato. Panda and they try to run back into the space. They bought back on the Dawnbreaker for that Solar Guardian, and it didn't end up working out. And Bryle, you can see here, just wants to finish. They call GG.
They call it, they know when they're beat, they're down. No buyback on the Dawnbreaker, and GG TSM take. That's going to tie up the series. Beautiful last fight there by